Do you remember the thrill of walking into a Blockbuster on a Friday night? The bright lights, the smell of candy near the checkout, and the shelves packed with movies you'd been waiting to see. For many families, Blockbuster wasn't just a store, it was a tradition. At its peak, Blockbuster Video was a cultural phenomenon with thousands of locations worldwide. It defined movie nights for an entire generation. Yet today, almost all those stores are gone, replaced by the click of a button on Netflix, Disney+, and countless other streaming services. How did a company so dominant, so beloved, and so seemingly unstoppable vanish almost overnight? In today's video, we'll uncover the rise and fall of Blockbuster Video, how it grew into a global empire, what made it iconic, the missteps that led to its decline, and what lessons its story still offers us in a digital-first world. But first, let's rewind to where it all began. Blockbuster was founded in 1985 in Dallas, Texas, by David Cook. At the time, the home video rental market was fragmented, with small mom-and-pop stores offering limited selections. Cook saw an opportunity: build a chain that could scale, offering a massive library of films, a polished family-friendly atmosphere, and standardized branding. The idea was revolutionary. Instead of a cramped, dim store, Blockbuster stores were bright, clean, and welcoming. Their iconic blue and yellow branding stood out, and their inventory system allowed them to stock thousands of titles. By the late 1980s, Blockbuster began expanding aggressively through franchising and acquisitions. Its growth was rapid, from one store in Texas to over 1,000 by the early 1990s. Wall Street took notice, and so did Hollywood. Blockbuster became a powerful distributor that could influence which movies thrived in the rental market. It wasn't just about convenience. Blockbuster shaped pop culture. Picking up a movie became an experience, one associated with fun, family, and community. For many, it was a weekend ritual and a symbol of the booming home entertainment industry. Little did anyone know that this empire's golden years would be shorter than they imagined. By the mid-1990s, Blockbuster was unstoppable. At its height, the company operated over 9,000 stores in more than 20 countries. Each store became a neighborhood landmark, a place where families, friends, and couples would gather to browse the latest releases. Blockbuster wasn't just about movies. It was an event. Remember rushing in on release day, hoping to grab the last copy of a new Blockbuster film before someone else did, or spotting those bright yellow new release labels on the shelf. The company leaned into this cultural moment. Blockbuster sponsored major Hollywood releases, expanded into video game rentals, and even launched its own awards show in 1994. It had the money, the influence, and the customer loyalty to dominate entertainment. By 2004, Blockbuster employed over 60,000 people and earned billions in revenue. The phrase "Blockbuster Night" became shorthand for family fun across the globe. But just as Blockbuster reached its peak, storm clouds were gathering. A new kind of competitor was quietly emerging, one that would fundamentally change how people consumed movies. So, what went wrong? The short answer: technology, timing, and a failure to adapt. The late 1990s and early 2000s saw a shift in how people consumed media. DVDs were replacing VHS tapes, and the internet was beginning to transform commerce. A small company called Netflix, founded in 1997, introduced a DVD by mail service that eliminated late fees and made renting more convenient. Blockbuster had a chance to acquire Netflix in 2000 for $50 million. Executives laughed off the idea. They couldn't imagine a world where people wouldn't want to physically browse aisles of movies. That moment would become infamous as one of the greatest missed opportunities in business history. Meanwhile, Blockbuster was bogged down by its own policies. Late fees, which generated nearly $800 million annually, were widely hated by customers. Netflix's no late fees model immediately positioned it as a friendlier alternative. By the mid-2000s, broadband internet enabled Netflix to pivot again, this time to streaming. Suddenly, consumers didn't have to leave their couch or wait for DVDs in the mail. The convenience was unmatched, and Blockbuster lagged behind. In 2004, Blockbuster tried launching its own online rental service, but it was too late. Netflix had already built brand loyalty and was innovating faster. The financial crisis of 2008 only accelerated Blockbuster's decline. Laden with debt and facing shrinking revenues, the company filed for bankruptcy in 2010. Stores closed rapidly across the world, leaving behind empty shelves that once buzzed with life. By the mid-2010s, only a handful of Blockbuster stores remained. Today, there's just one last store still operating in Bend, Oregon, a quirky tourist attraction and a living museum of a bygone era. Blockbuster's fall is a textbook example of disruption. It wasn't that people stopped wanting movies, they simply wanted them delivered in a new way. Blockbuster's unwillingness or inability to adapt cost it everything. Blockbuster may be gone, but its memory lives on. For many, the thought of Blockbuster brings a smile. The ritual of walking through those aisles, debating movie choices with friends, and grabbing a bag of popcorn at checkout. In pop culture, Blockbuster is still referenced as a symbol of 1990s and early 2000s life. Shows like Captain Marvel featured scenes in Blockbuster stores, instantly evoking nostalgia. And the last surviving store in Oregon has become a cultural landmark, drawing visitors from around the world who want to relive the experience. The lesson from Blockbuster is clear. Success is never permanent. Even the biggest giants can fall if they don't evolve. It's a reminder of how quickly technology can shift our world. So, did you ever rent from Blockbuster? Do you remember racing to grab that last VHS copy on a Friday night? Share your Blockbuster memories in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories. And don't forget to subscribe for more blasts from the past. Every week, we'll take you back in time to explore the rise and fall of the things that once defined our world.